There's tears on my hot dog.
Welcome back, Response On Players. We're back again with another exciting episode of the Response On Play UVS podcast.
Still not sure if it's actually exciting and you're just like hyping it up for no reason.
I'll have
Rude.
everything up for no reason.
Yeah, that is what you do. 100%.
Yeah,
That is what we do.
I hype you up for no reason. You're right.
Yeah. I pulled an inspiring song. Yeah.
You lost connection there, it seems like.
Lost
that's
a
fine.
lot more like.
No, it's fine.
Going nuts. We're going to talk about Tekken 8 and not whatever they're going on about. But before that, I'm Brian, and joining me today,
I'm Jake. Street Fighter 6 win?
Andrew. Wrong game.
sort of. I mean, we already have some, and I would love to see more.
Soul
yeah,
Calibur win?
Yeah. I mean, we've had that, and we had the Street Fighter decks previously, and we're getting more this year. So I mean, that's exciting. But that's
Exactly.
That's not what we're talking about. That's also not
Correct.
where
We'll
we
talk
are.
about.
Guilty
We'll talk
Gear
about
Strive
that.
win?
Shut up.
We already had that 6 months ago.
Critical Role win.
A year and a half ago. Anyway, we're here to talk about Tekken 8.
Let's go.
So for anybody who doesn't remember, etc., they did recently release an article talking about when Tekken 8, the booster set, is going to release for UVS and what vaguely you should expect in its contents. So as a quick refresher before we start getting into what we want to talk about, I'm going to go over that slightly. Tekken 8 will release August 14th, 2026. So that's a little bit more than 2 months from now.
It's exciting.
It will feature 14 character cards, 185 base cards, plus 25 alt art ultra rares and secret rares, an all-new heat mechanic, arena cards, a brand new card type, serialized chrome rares, as we've had before, and it'll have 2 distinct chrome treatments. We don't know what that means yet. They haven't said more, at least as of time of recording. That's all really cool and everything, but I want to talk about 14 characters.
It's also nice
There
that they
are-
had the. I'm sorry. I just think it's very funny. It's dropping August 14th, and they have 14 characters. Did they plan it that way? Who knows?
Illuminati, yeah.
X-Files theme.
There are currently 41 characters in Tekken 8. We could assume a couple of them probably weren't around when this deal got finalized. But we're only choosing 14 of them. So less than half make it into the game. And so I want to go over with you all the characters and talk about who we think's making it in. Reminder, this is pure speculation. Other than one character, I guess, we don't know the other 13. So we're just making assumptions based on other context clues, such as other product that's getting released with the set, etc.
Yeah. I also, while I am excited for this set, I do not know a whole lot about Tekken. I've dabbed a little bit into the Tekken games, but not a whole lot. I know a handful of characters, but I don't know, everybody here. Whether it be I got exposed to them through Universus because of the Clash decks, or just my personal experience playing the game. So I'll probably see some of these characters like, oh yeah, that character's cool, or I'll look at other characters and just be like, WH Omega Lol, are you?
What does that mean? Who am I?
Who am I?
Well, Andrew,
You gotta get Gen Z with it, bro.
I'm you.
Kill me.
So we're going to talk about that. Also, obviously, like Andrew said, he's not a ball knower.
Yeah, I'm not even a knower. I'm barely a sometimes knower.
I'm only really familiar with Tekken 8 through content. I watch some of the tournaments and stuff, but I don't really play. I haven't really played Tekken since Tekken Tag.
I haven't played Tekken since Tekken 7. which is actually not that long ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not
Yeah, I
that
was like,
long ago.
that's the previous Tekken, man. Like,
I haven't played Tekken 8 yet, but I mean, Tekken's awesome. I love Tekken.
Tekken's
Yeah.
cool. Absolutely. I like the setting and a lot of the stuff for Tekken. I am not amazing at 3D fighters, so I don't really mess with
Same.
them.
Yeah.
I prefer like Street Fighter and those kind of 2D style fighters, usually if I'm playing a fighting game.
Yeah, the last
At
Tekken
least of
I
this
played,
style.
last Tekken I played was 5. So a hot minute for me since I last touched a Tekken game. But also, yeah, same with Brian. I'm more of a like the 2D fighters and stuff. I guess you could say Street Fighter, but I haven't even touched Street Fighter 6 a whole lot, so or really at all.
Without further ado, let's get into it. First character is Kazuya. Kazuya, of course, being the father of Jin, husband of June, son of Heihachi. Very important character, shown up a million times in the main series games. I would be very, very surprised if he wasn't in.
Yeah, I feel like he's just a mainstay of Tekken. Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much. He's pretty much the bad guy, unless Heihachi's the bad guy.
yeah. Then he's the not really good guy, more of like the anti-hero kind
And
of.
he's also still the bad guy,
Yeah.
just like not the bad guy we care about.
He's
right
not the main antagonist. He's just an antagonist.
now. Jake, I think you agree with us, right?
No.
You don't agree?
I think
you think
he's-
Kazuya's not in?
I think Kazuya. No, he like has to be in, right?
Yeah, I like it.
I,
If he's not in, we're gonna have a million cards with his face on it anyway.
yeah, that's
'cause
kind of
he's
my
like-
thing. Is like he's just that character. You know, he's in Smash, and if he made it into Smash with Jin, like he's already a tier above Waluigi, which then translates to he's gonna be in the card game. He has to be.
True, and
But there's
To
a
make it nice and
0%
simple-
chance we get Waluigi in Universus. That's what I'm
I mean,
hearing.
yeah, that's true. And Smash, we're gonna get it before Smash. Speaking of though, Jin's already in the game, obviously, because he got the Clash deck. So,
Yep.
it seems very unlikely that he'll get a new card. I guess it's possible. Obviously, I'm not going to rule it out.
Yeah.
But pretty much for any of the characters that are already in the game, I'm just going to assume that at best we're going to get a reprint of them so that they're legal again for a while longer and stay with their main set. So Jin's cool. I can actually see a world where Jin might be fun in the game once we get another set
Yeah, I mean, looking
with
at
Tekken stuff on him.
we're looking at the Clash deck Jin. I mean, it's the only Jin we have. But looking at that Jin, every time I look at the character card, I was like, man, this character could be pretty cool. But there's not a whole lot that really breaks him. And at the
He
same
didn't really
time,
come with anything.
yeah, at the same time, he's a starter deck character. And ever since I want to say Jetburn starters, the starter decks have just been fine. I don't think they've been really broken or just really good, right?
Basically after Jetburn, because Jetburn was the Toga Ochako 4.
Yep.
But that were both really good.
Yes,
Randomly?
both were pretty good. But I mean, that's fine. But I think the Jin was pretty cool and was pretty fun. And like, Jin versus June, like clash.
Yeah, then the Jin Clash.
Yeah.
Which we're cutting ahead a little bit. June's obviously also in the game already. She's not next, but I'm going to move her now just because we were talking about her a little bit. But on to the next person we will talk about. King.
This man's 100% in.
Yeah, he's like on the cover of the thing.
Yeah, he's on the box, and I think he's
Yeah,
also
on
in
the-
like the splash art for the set.
Yeah, I also think we're getting a mat for him. So like,
There's no, yeah, it's like with all that, there's no way King's not in. But also,
also he's cool.
yeah, I also have just been saying for months that's like there's no way in hell that King does not get put in the Tekken set, and with him possibly, I mean, again, he could just not be in the set for all we know. But like if he gets put in the set, he's a throw character. Man, I could see they either make him from scratch, or they just reprint his old character from like way back in the
I
day.
don't think they'll do reprint.
Yeah,
You think so?
I'm kind of with Brian on that one. I think if they do reprint, they'd have to do it in a certain way, because they'd have to do it kind of like Byakko, right? Like where they grab a character and kind of bring him in. But they only did that with one character in Yu Yu Hakusho.
Did it with two.
Yeah, they do it too.
Botan also
And
got it.
Botan. Okay, so like maybe we see like a reprint or two for them to bring some of the old Street Fighter characters in, but I don't think they'll do that with such limited
You mean
slots.
Tekken? But
Oh yeah, Tekken. My bad.
This guy didn't even show up to the episode.
he's freaking Street Fighter build.
Street Fighter
Don't get me
build.
wrong. I am too. Street
Look,
Fighter is awesome.
I'm
I'm a
just
big
saying-
Street Fighter fan.
I'm just saying that with those time shifted reprints of Botan and Byakko, I just don't think it's necessarily out of the question that they just reprint Old King. But I'm also a lot more in if they just make him from scratch.
I'm sure they'll make him from scratch just because he's on a playmat and he's on the box. Like there's too much material of him that makes me think that he's getting a glow up. He's gonna have a new character.
Oh, they're gonna give him like better art and stuff, but they're probably just gonna take the majority, if not the like word for word, from his first character card in for this
They
one.
could. I mean, I don't think that'll happen, but I think they'll give him some. I have no idea what they're gonna give him, man. But like, I mean, he's gonna care about throws in some way.
Yes,
I
whether
think he
they
basically
reprint
has
him or
to.
not, he's gonna deal with throws.
Yeah, like he is the grappler character of that series or of the series. So like, he has to be able to throw people. It's his thing.
Yep.
I'm hoping maybe we get a combo throw. Like
Yeah, bring combos back? That'd
Combo
be
throw
sick.
on there somewhere would be sick.
Yeah, just bring
we
back
could-
combo. Would be
If we
sick.
didn't want to do it that way, we could. Yes, please bring back combo. Please bring back combo.
Combo's so cool.
We could do like a rando spirit gun where it's like, hey man, it has to be preceded by a throw,
Yeah,
even though it doesn't say combo,
agreed.
but it's a combo, like 100%.
It's a combo meal. You get a throw, you get hit by another throw.
Yeah, maybe. So I mean, I think we're all in agreement. King, really cool.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna be in.
Yep.
Next was June. We've already talked about June a little bit in that she's already in the game. I also think she had a really cool effect, but
I loved playing June. Just like the
she's
kind
a
of
7-hander, so you know.
just to touch on
opinions.
that a little bit. I really like June. I like what she does. I like what she can do, especially with some stuff that came out with Godzilla. And she is on a symbol that can play Acidic Sludge, and that card is cracked. So
Yeah, actually, in new life possibly in that character because of Acidic Sludge. You know?
I have constantly gone back and forth and looked at June to try to build her and see what we can do, because I think the character is so cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing if maybe she gets cards in for the kit. Since everybody, well, I say everybody, the next handful of characters we're going to talk about have a few probably have a few cards in the kit as back page. So we have Paul. Paul's already got a promo.
Paul Phoenix.
Yeah, Paul Phoenix already going around punching the crap out of people,
Or kicking people.
Stunning people.
stunning them to the ground.
Stunning them.
That's true. I think it is punch or kick.
Yeah. His existing character likes punches or kicks.
That's true. So he's already doing it. Typically, it's been punch.
Oh, yeah, because punches are just better, and kicks were like, it was like a dried up puddle. Hashtag make kicks better again.
And then following Paul, of course, is Law, who already also has a promo as well.
I'm so sad about promo Law because I think the words on him are very interesting, but also it is
He's like
worse
2 to 3 more
headshot.
health.
Yeah, yes, but also he is arguably worse headshot. He could if you commit a card, you give your attack +1 or -1 damage. If your rival commits a card, the attack gets +1 -1 speed.
Yeah, it has really cool effect. I
It
think
is.
it's really interesting, but
It just didn't really work
yeah.
because he was a 7-hander with like no health.
yeah, he's like 719. He's very hard to live in this day and age as a 719 that
Especially
doesn't
now.
hard defend themselves.
Yeah, like back then, like it still wasn't comfortable, but you could probably squeak it out. But now, hell no.
From there, we get into Jack 8. Not to be confused with Jack 1 through 7, who were in the previous 1 through 7 Tekkens.
Yeah, also, yeah, because Jack 1 through 7 was already taken, so he had to go with 8.
Yeah, he's the 8th iteration of Jack. We already
Wait.
know that
Jax
Oh,
is
sorry.
a Mortal Kombat character.
not Jax, Jack.
Oh.
Jack, not Jax.
Oh, okay. Settle down. Settle down.
No.
Jack 8, we already know is in the game. He's already in the set.
Oh.
So, I mean, for anybody who missed the event last week, he was talked about on there. He's pretty cool. He has a cool idea. I'm interested to see his kick because I think that's what's going to make him shine.
Yeah, not really. I remember like reading a bit of Jacket, but I don't. We'll just have to see what he gets from the set, right? Like, just need to see what his kit looks like.
Yeah, for sure.
And yes, I said Jacket, not Jack 8.
You did. I heard it.
Just saying that now before someone points it out in the comments. I just gotta saying I know what I said.
You could just point it out in the comments too. It's fine.
Yeah, and, laugh at me.
Everybody
Everyone
point and
else
laugh at Andrew.
All right.
Anyway,
There's two
all
of them, hot
right.
dog.
So now into real speculation. Lars.
Lars.
I'm putting +1 for Lars. He's literally a Tekken main character and lightning.
I think he was introduced in 6, or maybe he was introduced in 5.
No, he was in 5.
He was introduced in Tag.
Oh, in the first tag.
I think so. Hold on.
Yeah, I know he
Is
was
the first
in 5
tag
for sure.
earlier than 5?
It would have. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't really know. I just know Lars was for sure in 5.
I don't remember for sure.
We're gonna find out. Don't you guys worry.
Oh God, he's looking it up.
We're gonna
He's
find
pulling up
out.
receipts.
He first showed up.
Holding.
I guess it was
hours
6. He
later.
first showed up in 6.
Oh, is that the number I said?
Yes.
That's
He
what I
was
thought.
in 8
Anyway.
or 5 rather.
He is in 8.
5.
You're right.
He is in 8, but he is in 5. I promise you.
He is also, fun fact for the viewers at home, he was also in Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 2
True. He was.
with one of the coolest
That has-
outfits to ever happen.
It
Yeah,
has
outfit's
nothing to do with what
fine.
we're talking about. I would say Lars is, at least right now, I'd say probably in the game. I think he has some cool effects, like cool ideas that he could do. He could be our new zone switching character
Nah, I've got
'Cause
money
it-
on a different one.
on a different build for Lars.
No, a different zone switching character.
Oh, sure. But yeah, I think he's probably in. I'm just gonna leave it there. He's
Huh.
probably in.
Yeah, I guess he was introduced in 6, and I guess it was 6 that I played, not 5. Huh.
Get dominated, nerd.
Uh,
Anyway.
All right.
Yeah, I think I my money would be on Lars's here.
But I remember, we're probably gonna have characters that we really like that just aren't gonna make it because there's only 14 out of these 40 characters that we're gonna talk about
That is true.
that get to make it in.
And right now we have, 3 currently in the almost 100%?
4, yeah, we're saying 3 are for sure in. Like we're just like, there's no way that they wouldn't put him in. And he's my first probably. Following Lars is, of course, my girl Xiao Yu. She's already in the game. She got a promo.
And it's bad.
It looks awesome.
It does look good, and it's bad, sadly.
Yeah, it's not.
Dang, dude,
Definitely
when
not
did
my
Andrew
speed.
become the negative Nelly of the podcast? I thought I was the one that complained about everything.
I thought you guys were the same person.
Oh, that's right.
No, what she has on her promo, like the words are really cool. But then you take a step back and look, oh, this is just nerfed standard legal Ojiro 2.
Yeah, it's just like a worse version of Ojiro 2.
Yeah. So, like, again, the idea is kind of cool. And I actually played my last locals with Xiao Yu. And what the deck was doing was kind of cool. I got my butt beat because, again, I am a 7-hander, 20 health with no real defense and just have to hope that when I sling a Kikosho at you, it's enough to have you stop your turn. And sometimes my opponents just said, I don't care. I'll eat it and then kill you.
I'll just take it. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So the idea is cool, just sad.
I'm hoping we get maybe a couple cards for her.
True.
Just because I like Xiao Yu, and maybe I can play those cards in some other characters that I also really like and have cool Xiao Yu art.
Yeah. I'm hopeful for that at the very least.
Following Xiao Yu is Nina.
Nina's
Nina's probably in the game. I don't think she's on a card that got spoiled.
I think she's on the box art.
I don't. Yes, she is on the box art, so almost for sure, right?
Yeah.
Like basically, we can just say that she's probably just in. Yeah, because she's standing next to King. I forgot that she was one of the people standing next to King.
Yeah, so
which is sick because I thought Nina was so cool. Back when I played tag, Nina was half of my tag team.
Yeah.
We'll get pretty soon to the other half of my tag team.
Yeah, I don't really know much about this character. She's just, again, one of those characters that I'm just like, yeah, that she exists. Don't know anything about her.
She's an assassin.
Yeah.
She's sexy. That's really all you need. That's pretty much, that's how you sell games.
Femme fatale.
Yeah, she's a femme fatale character. Because I would be wildly surprised if we don't have a card that says Blonde Bomb.
Whatever that means.
It's like one of her big special moves.
I see. I mean, yeah. She just kind of joins King in that tier, right? Of just probably more than likely in, like almost 100% in.
I would say basically she is in. I don't know if she has a mat, but she's definitely on the box art. She's on the fold up of the box art.
Yeah.
So I would just assume those 3 characters, 2 of which we've now talked about, are going to be in. Following Nina is Leroy.
Jason?
I think Leroy is really cool. No, actually, we don't know. I don't think we know his last name. I'm clicking on the thing just to triple check. It's Smith, actually.
Okay.
I don't think he makes it in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about this character. I don't know anything. Less so than Nina.
I don't remember which game he got introduced in, but he's just a cool, funky black guy that practices Wing Chun.
Okay.
He's just an old wise man.
I was saying, you said funky, and I was like, that was giving me DJ vibes from 6.
He's kind of got a little of that going on too, but he's old man.
Ah, fair.
He's an old Wing Chun practitioner. I think he probably doesn't make it though.
You just think he's like a little too obscure, or?
He is a newer character. I think he might have come about in 5 and then like skipped 6. Because some of these characters are characters that were in most, but not in all of them. I just don't know if he has if I'm having to pick 14 characters, I don't know if he has the grabbing power to be like, yeah, he needs to be put on a cardboard, man. Like, we'll probably have a card with Leroy on it. It probably won't be a character card, though.
My opinion is that I think he'll be here. Why not? I think everything you said is irrelevant, and I think he's a cool character. And I think I would put stocks in him over some of these other people. I mean, obviously, waifus are in, but I would put stock in Leroy over somebody like Panda.
Yeah, well, when we get to Panda, we'll talk about how Panda's definitely not going to be in, right?
Okay, spoilers.
I mean, we don't know it, but I'm just saying probably not going to be in.
I just said I put
Uh,
more stock in him over somebody like Panda. Not to say they both can't make it. This could be like Smash Ultimate. Everybody's here.
except not everybody's here. We already talked about we only get 14 slots, and we've already spoken for 4 of them.
Okay, whatever.
Following Leroy is Asuka. I think Asuka's really cool. I think she's got a lot of like interesting stuff. She's Jin's cousin.
No
Like
idea.
she's related through June because she uses June's fighting style. She's like her niece or something like that. I don't know if she gets in. Now there is an argument maybe she gets in just so like we can give June cards through the same process because they use the same fighting style.
I'd be down.
So she can get stuff by like kind of like by proxy. Though she's definitely a different kind of fighter than June is. She lacks all of June's like whooshy superpowerness that goes on in that series. So I'm kind of torn. She's like my 50-50. I think she's interesting, but she's also pretty new comparably. So I'm not sure. I think for now I'll put her as a probably not. And then if it turns out we've picked too many probably nots, we'll start shifting people. So following Asuka is Lily. She's pretty new. I don't think she's introduced in 8. I think she might have been introduced in 7. I don't know. Do you remember having a fight against her or playing as her in 7?
I believe she's from 7.
Yeah, I think she's from 7. Or maybe when did Tekken Tag 2 come out? Post 6? She might be from that. I think she could be in, like, but I don't know if she will be in. She's very new. So I don't feel like she's like an iconic character in that way, even though I think a lot of people probably like her.
Nope, she's from Tekken 5.
Holy crap. She was in 5. Well, I mean, that's after when I played, so that makes sense. And then was she in from 5 on?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if she made it through, like, if she was in 6, she was in 7, she was in Tekken Tag 2.
The wiki hold on. The wiki says she has a guest appearance in Digimon World Redigitize.
Oh, never mind. She has to be in. Yeah, so probably in the game then. She's got Digimon fame to work with. I don't think she makes it. Sucks. I think Lily's kind of cool. I think she could be really fun. But I think she's not going to make the cut probably. If I'm having to cut to 14.
Yeah, she's supposedly the first non-Digimon character, like the character from another IP just in a Digimon game.
Oh, cool. Good for her.
Along with her butler, Sebastian. That's really interesting. I didn't know that.
I wonder if she chased her cat into that game. Because that seems to usually be her intro, is chasing after her cat. Following Lily is Brian.
You?
Brian Fury.
Oh.
Brian Fury was the other half of my tag combo because he shared my name and spelt it right. I really want him to be in the game. There's a world where he isn't, but he's been around for a really long time in Tekken.
When was he first introduced? Because I don't think he was like one of the in the PS1 titles, right? Wasn't that far back?
I think he was introduced. He might have been introduced in 4. I absolutely played him in tag, and I feel like I remember fighting him in 4.
Brian?
I didn't really play him in 4. Yeah.
His first appearance was in the Response on Play podcast episode 1.
Shut up.
Yeah. Actually, my first appearance would have been on a random streamed weekly Wednesday covered by one Sam Ace Maneuvers tape.
No, that wasn't your first appearance on the Response on Play channel.
No, but it would have been my first appearance, which is what we're talking about.
No. We're talking about on the main series, not on any side series.
The side series was before ours. But yeah, I think Brian could make it. I'm not sure if he will or not, but want him to be in.
Any Russian?
I don't know if he's Russian.
No, it's not him that's Russian. It's like Dragov that's Russian.
Dragunov is Russian,
Is that
absolutely.
who's who I'm
Yeah,
thinking of?
he's a kickboxer from the USA.
Brian is?
Brian Furious. Yeah, Brian. Speaking of kickboxers,
Oh, okay. First appeared in
Well-
Tekken 3.
Oh, he was.
okay, that's what I thought.
He was in the
I was
first
like,
one,
I think it was before 4, but
Yeah, I know he's in like
didn't really
most
play.
Tekkens. I don't know a whole lot.
that's why I
about
think
him,
he'll
but-
probably be in. But speaking of kickboxers, or in this case, Taekwondo-ers, Hwarang is next, and I think he's like guaranteed to be in. He's going to be on a couple of mats.
My boy, he's here, and he's going to be in the game. I'm willing to think this is what I was talking about earlier, where like he's known for like his counters and his mix-ups and stuff, like being able to set up and then either change from an overhead to a low kick in Tekken. So I'm thinking that he's going to have something to do with like changing zones, or
He'll definitely care about kicks, right?
surely
Like,
he'll
this
care
is
about
where do we
kicks in
get
some
kicks?
capacity.
Yes. Bring back.
Like
kicks.
he has to care about kicks. I think it's funny that Brian is a kickboxer, but like his most like famous moves in Tekken are punching people.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think we could bring him back just for kicks.
Yeah, just for the kicks. But yeah, I think he's almost for sure gonna be in. I mean, we saw that he's the local champ. Victory mat is a picture of him, like a stylized one of him. So we don't typically put characters you can't play on or play as on mats. We
Or
do.
Anywhere.
I definitely own a few.
No,
I was about to
there's
say,
the
don't
Dizzy
we
mat.
have a
Yeah, because there's the Dizzy mat, and Dizzy's was not released in the Strive set, so it's possible.
Correct. Now that being said, she was like ultra new DLC when the Strive set was coming out. Like she had just come out.
Mm.
So it's one of those situations where when they were designing that set, she probably didn't exist in Strive yet. And they probably didn't go, oh yeah, by the way, we're making Dizzy, so you could do Dizzy as well if you wanted. He's almost for sure going to be in. I'm putting him in Tekken in the Tekken 8 set. Like I'm not even go, probably he's in.
yeah.
Yeah. I think it's almost guaranteed, but for all we know, we could just be completely wrong.
Yeah, basically. Now, obviously,
he better be here because that's who I'm playing. If he's not here, that means I have to make up my own character and I have to play an illegal character going forward. Which that sounds awful. I don't want to do any of that.
yeah, it seems like extra work. Following Hwarang, someone who we think is in for sure, is Claudio.
Ass.
I also think Claudio probably does not make it.
WH Omega Lol.
He's from
He's from 7.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if he was introduced in 6 or not, but I was like,
Yeah,
I know he
he's
has
one
a
of the
thing in
guys from
7.
Like he's He's
And
like
then-
he's like an exorcist dude or something.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, he's like got magic
He is
powers.
the type of person that Andrew would like. If Andrew played Tekken, Andrew would play Claudio, without a doubt.
I'll have to look up his gameplay
I
then.
will. I was gonna say I will also spoil for the story mode of Tekken 8 for this game that's getting into its 3rd year. I think he dies.
Oh, definitely
gets-
my character.
I think he gets murdered by Kazuya.
Perfect.
But yeah, I don't think Claudio makes it. He's not really what you think of when you think of, the Iron Fist tournament of Tekken.
I just
Some
don't
guy
think
who
of
has
him
magic powers.
at all. Because I don't know who
Yeah,
he is.
he's also very new. So I don't think that'll make it. This next character is a newcomer to 8. Azucena. She is a Brazilian, not capoeirist, but mixed martial arts. Or sorry, I said Brazilian. She's from Peru. I'm a liar. She is really cool. I don't know if they're gonna put her in or not. I kind of want her to be in.
Pass.
Oh, he
Say that
broke-
one more time.
Pass.
Okay.
I think so. I can see them putting him in just putting her in just to have some amount of like Tekken 8 representation, like have a new face in. But I feel there are so many like fan favorite characters with legacy points that if we're not picking somebody legacy points with with only 14 spots, like we're missing.
I agree. I also think there's another Tekken 8 entry that is more likely to get in. And we'll get to them much later. They're like near the end of this. But yeah, I would like her to be in, but I'm going to say that she's probably not in. I feel like she shares too much with somebody else that we know is almost for sure in. Following Azucena is Raven.
Please, let Raven be in.
I'd
be fine with Raven being in. He's a ninja.
Well, I mean,
he's a ninja.
I
that's pretty much
sort of gathered that
that's
from
it,
like from just looking at his portrait, kind of doing the like sort of pose.
Yeah, he's doing that ninja pose.
Yeah, he watches a lot of Naruto.
Pose.
Dude, Naruto watches him.
Naruto watches a lot of him. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, so that's what he does on the swing.
Raven's cool as hell. I'd like to see like really quick attacks or like manipulating the card pool in a way, like removing stuff and putting other stuff in its place, or like
he could be one of those like Flash Matters characters.
I can see that too.
I don't think we're gonna ever make a character like that again, but he could do a thing where he like makes something flash, both offensively and maybe defensively, where he like gives a bit of speed or takes away a bit of speed and then makes it flash, and he goes, "Oh, we're going to the block step." I can see something like that for him. If he's in, I'm in. Like I said, I think he's got a cool idea and design. He's definitely unique in that group. So I would definitely like him to see some play, as it were. Following Raven is Leo.
Yeah, also don't really know much about this guy.
Leo's chill. I don't think he makes it. I just think he's another like newer entry. I think he came in around the same time as Lily, but I just don't know if he does anything really that unique in the game, like that we don't already have for like Kazuya and all them that are already kind of in the game for sure.
Yeah, I'd be okay if he's in, but I could pass on him, to be completely honest. I'm not a big Leo stan. I'd put more money on the next character.
I think also same. Actually, so
I agree. So let's
just
go on to the next character then. Yeah. Steve is the follow-up character. I do think Steve's probably in.
Yeah,
he's not on
Boxer
anything,
man.
But Boxer guys almost always. I mean, it's just a unique fighting style that we don't see in this list so far. Of everybody we've named, none of them are boxers.
This guy's boxers. Can't wait till we get to briefs.
Shut up.
If I just thinking of Steve, and then if he would be in this game, I think that he would be kind of like what a Kendo is from Girl Power, of just a mid matters kind of character.
Oops, all mids.
Yeah, I could see something like that, or maybe could be a zone changer because got right hook, uppercut, mixing it up a little bit.
I mean, what I would say is I think he just is a punches matter kind of character.
100%.
And then maybe he can do a thing where he gives it like, he could just be a very simple like Yusuke style where he's just like, does it say punch? I give it stats. If it don't say punch, I don't give it stats.
Yeah, I could see it.
Like just like 2-1, something like that, or like was it Midoriya 5 is the one that gives like +3/+1 or whatever, super fast but not super hard hitting for his like charge ranged or whatever.
Yeah,
his charge attacks.
Yeah,
he could do something like that. Absolutely, be like, I make punches really fast. They also hit slightly harder.
I could see it.
Get punched.
I would definitely put stock in Steve being in the set.
Yeah, I feel comfortable saying he's probably in the game. Yeah. He ends up not being in the game, I'd be more surprised than the other way around. Following Steve is Kuma the bear.
Let's
Uh,
go.
I want him in the
He
game.
needs to be in. Come on, please.
I want him so bad. I want him to be able to also electric wind godfist people, since that's a thing he can do in the games. It would be really funny for him to have a symbol that lets him do it, or for him to have if we were to like gate them by like tags, like we have multiple characters that would probably have the Mishima tag to do something off of that card, and then him having the Mishima tag as well would be really funny.
Is he a Mishima?
He was adopted by Heihachi, and he knows how to do the electric wind godfist. He was taught.
I
don't think he's going to make it. I think it'd be really funny and cool, but I just don't think he's going to make it. That's just where I'm at.
It'd be kind of messed up if he wasn't in the set, if he won't be in the set.
But yeah, I would love it because it's really funny, and playing as a bear would be funny.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Being able to beat people up as a bear? Hell yeah.
Following Kuma is Yoshimitsu.
Classic character that we've seen in Universus.
Yes, we've seen him in Universus a few times. I do think
he's gotten banned.
Yeah, like I think he's in the set. Like he's like Horong, or I guess more like I guess more like Horong, where we technically don't know, but all the signs of like his popularity, etc., would say yes, he's in.
I'm surprised we haven't seen like playmats or anything with Yoshimitsu on it. He is like a fan favorite character.
I mean, there's old
that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, for like these newer styles, I don't think we have a Yoshimitsu one.
I don't think there was one spoiled and all that stuff.
I don't think so.
But if there was, I definitely missed it, or I didn't recognize him off rip as they were going through stuff. But I think, like I said, he's at a spot where I'm like, no, he's in. If he is not in, I would be extremely surprised. So, like, don't need to talk about him too much. He probably does some nonsense with, like, I don't know, he probably cares about weapon, but maybe not. They might not worry about that part of him.
Oh, 100%. And if he gets put in the set, can't wait for him to... Well, he won't get banned this time around, but he'll get heavily errated, probably.
Yeah, we don't ban people anymore.
Not anymore.
We'll ban cards. We'll ban his weapon, but not him.
You're not allowed to use your sword. Now you gotta go around and just judo chop people.
Which, to be fair, he shouldn't have. He's in a regular fighting tournament.
Yeah,
like a fist fighting tournament. Anyway, following Yoshimitsu is Shaheen. I don't think this guy's in. I know who this guy is, basically. I don't think he makes it into the set.
Yeah, he's another one, like, he's from Tekken 7. He could or couldn't be in. I don't know. I'm not really a huge fan of him. Like I said, I feel like when we get to these people that are in from like 7 or 8, outside of maybe 1 or 2 just to rep the new game and the new characters, I feel like there's so much legacy spot and so many characters people are wanting to see come back.
Agreed.
He's a pass for me.
I also just don't think he will. I think really, like, he's the kind of character with kind of how he plays that I'm like, if we were putting Shaheen in, I'd be like, well, why didn't we put Raven in or Lars in, who does more of that like thing and is like more well known in the same like kind of fighting style from the games. So I don't expect him, because I think we already put 2 other people who basically do what he does already as probably in the games. Following Shaheen is Dragunov.
Don't really know this guy either.
I think Dragunov will be in, mostly just because, like, I don't remember when he got introduced. He is a newer character.
Is he? Surely he's at least like 6.
I think he's, well, yeah, I say newer with like a grain of salt, as someone who played a little bit of 8, and then prior to that played 4. Like 4 is the lineup I know really well, and that was the PS2 one. So like, he's newer than that and older than 8, because I know he wasn't introduced in 8.
I vaguely remember him being 6. I don't remember when he was introduced. But yeah,
I think he's probably in.
Yeah, I can see him in. He's usually like a grappled character.
He's like so he's command sambo. So he does he has a couple of grapples, but he's kind of just like a utility fighter of just like all of his stuff is like pretty efficient, quote unquote, as far as like his lore stuff. Whereas he could be a fighter that just gives bonuses to attacks, like he doesn't care what kind of attack he's throwing, just that he's throwing an attack. I think he would make sense. He is on a card. He's on the one of the Evo promos. So
I need those Evo promos.
They are really cool. They do look really cool.
They look sick.
So I think he's probably in. Now, could be a situation where he's just going to be on some promos and be on some regular arts and not get a character. I think everybody in the list probably shows up on a card. I just don't think they definitely don't all show up on character cardboard specifically. Following Dragunov is Fang. I think Fang's really cool. I'm not sure if he is in or not. He could, like, him and Dragunov are kind of like, we're just good at fighting kind of characters, and I just don't know if we care about putting both of them in at the same time. Fang is interesting though.
Yeah, as a character, Fang's cool. I don't know if he's in. Like, he's a cool character. That surely he has his fans. He's been around
since 5, I think.
Yeah, I know he's in 6. I know he's in 7. I don't remember when he got
6,
introduced.
7.
Okay, you can stop.
6, 7.
He was not in 4, and I don't think he was in Tag. So I think he got introduced right after that.
So yeah, he's somewhere in there. He's a cool character. He probably has his fans. I think he's kind of neat. But I don't know if that puts him on the list. Like, I don't think he's got iconic status, is what I'm saying.
I think he has a good look, and I think he'd look great on a card. Like, sure, on like a character card where he gets the full art with stuff over it. I think he would look really good. I just don't know if we're gonna make him a character.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know if that gets him on a character card. We have 14. Of the top 14, he could skate in. I would not be surprised if he was in the game, but I could also understand him being like, them designing him and be like, oh, we have 14 slots, and then he just like,
I guess we'll cut him.
Falls to the wayside.
Yeah, and then just like piecemeal out the stuff that was in his kit to other people that would make sense for them to do that too. Yeah, I think like there's 14, and now I'm not trying to keep us at 14 in total. That's on the in and probably in section, because obviously I'm fine with us being wrong about some stuff.
True.
But like he's like a true 50-50 for me. I was like, he could be in. He might not be in. Following him is Panda. There's no way Panda's in. There's like no way. I didn't make a tier in this little picture that says definitely not in the game, because that seemed really negative. But I'm already doubtful we're getting Kuma. There's no way we get reskinned Kuma.
I was going to say, isn't Panda like a reskin, or is it actually like a separate... Well, I guess it's a separate fighter you're looking here, but...
She ended up becoming a more separate fighter. She gained some Zhao Yuling moves and stuff, and was no longer just a reskin of Kuma. I think in 5? She was a reskin in 4 for sure. Maybe Tekken Tag was when she started getting some Zhao Yu moves instead. But yeah, I just don't think she makes the cut. Following Panda is Lee. I also don't think Lee makes the cut either.
I have no idea who this guy is. It seems like he belongs in like some sort of sci-fi game.
You're not necessarily wrong.
With all the credit cards and the scammers, I don't think Panda makes it.
Yeah, well, that's fine. We're talking about Lee now.
Oh, we're talking about Lee now?
This guy.
Yeah, I already moved on.
Lee's in.
There's no way, bro.
He's literally an original Tekken character. What? He
I
has
think-
some
but
of
he's
the
not been in
most
every-
legacy status on the list.
I also
Does
just
he?
don't think he's not been in every single one of them.
No, he's not in every single one of them, but he is an original Tekken character that's in most of them.
I mean, that's true. I just, I'm fine with putting him in, probably in. I just, I don't know. Following Lee is Elisa. She's on the side of the box. And she has a mat. So she's in.
Yeah, I was
right?
gonna say I think Alyssa is guaranteed to be in just because of like
Also, one of her she's also on one of the Evo promos, I believe, as well.
yes,
I think
so.
I think she's in for sure.
I
Yeah,
think
I think
that
she's just
specific
in.
promo gives you a heat token or something.
Something like that. So we're not going to talk about her too much. She's in. Zafina is the following character after that. I think Zafina's in the same thing as Claudio. I just don't think they make it.
Zafina?
Yeah. If we were going to add one of those two characters, it's Zafina over Claudio. But
Damn, what'd Claudio do? Nothing, it seems like.
Claudio's just a dude, and we could have the same character, but a girl. So, like, let's be honest, we're probably going to put the girl character in.
Man.
Damn, dude. That messed up.
It is. But I don't think either of them make it. Opinions and rebuttals?
Not really. I don't have anything to add for this character. I mean, I understand. Like, I've been like decently quiet as we went through the list because it's like I don't know these characters. I don't really have anything to say.
You're now getting to the characters you don't know at all.
Yeah.
So, like,
Who?
The last one I like sort of knew about was Yoshimitsu. Was like the last one. I was like, yeah, I know that guy. Everyone else is like, I don't know who this is.
So, like, that's kind of my thing is I've played Tekken off and on. Like, out of all the legacy fighting games, I've probably put more time in Tekken than like Street Fighter, or because I was never really an early Street Fighter person. I just recently into Street Fighter-ish with like the last couple. And like Street Fighter, I played a little bit of Street Fighter 2, but not a lot.
I played a bunch of Street Fighter 2
But
back
like
in the day.
Tekken, dude, I played a bunch of Tekken. I remember playing Tag Force. I remember playing through like some of the older Tekkens. So like, and what I haven't played, I've watched videos on Tekken characters and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like, I'm a little bit more familiar than just I played 7. But like, I put time into 7 and haven't played 8. And like, my Tekken has kind of fallen by the wayside, rather. Like, I'm not actively on that Tekken train at the moment. I've been thinking about picking up 8 and, like, trying to dive back into Tekken, but, like, this tier list and running through these, I'm like, bro, I kind of want to go back and play some Tekken.
Pick it. I mean, I played a little bit of 8. I own 8. I thought it was interesting. James and Steph also own 8. Like, we all bought it at the same time. And
I remember
a little
that.
bit. Yeah, and it was fun. Like, it was fun for what it was. We did not get sucked into it like we did Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
Well, for me and James, we got sucked into 6.
6 is good. My boy
6 is
Akuma's
really
back.
good. 6 is so fun. I do watch, like, I've watched tournaments for Tekken 8, etc. I watch, like, breakdown stuff. So, like, I'm familiar with what's going on in 8 in a gameplay manner, but not necessarily in a, like, who cares about Tekken stuff kind of manner. Like, we know that these characters have diehards that are always going to be played kind of thing. Except for, like, King and stuff like that. But they've been around forever, so
Yeah.
I'm used to being like, yeah, King's in this, obviously. But yeah, I don't think Zavina makes it. Because I also don't feel like Zavina and Claudia also just, like, don't fight like Tekken characters. So I just feel like they wouldn't put him in because it's not really the style. Following Zafina is Devil Jin. He's already in the game. He's already been errated.
Yep. And got
He's our
a
last
card
of
banned.
he's our last of the 6 characters that already exist in the game, so we don't really have to talk about him. Following Devil Jin is Victor. I could see Victor being in, but I think Victor probably doesn't make it in.
He looks like an evil CEO.
He's a mercenary, I think. I don't actually.
Well,
And he's
that's
one of
just-
the new guys. So he's from 8.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's from 8. Okay, yeah, I was like, I didn't recognize him, but like, what does that mean? I've only played like half the Tekkens.
Yeah, so he's from 8. He is one of the people that I would see, like, I would put up above some of the other
I'd put him near
newcomers.
the top of this of the probably not. It's kind of like I think he could be the 14th, and I'd be like, okay, sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
I guess it
if
makes
you're-
sense because this is the Tekken 8 set. So if he debuted in the game, I think it would be just an easy include for him to be in the set.
That's kind of what I was saying earlier with like, if you're going to pick somebody to rep some of the newer Tekkens, like you're probably going to pick somebody from 8. I could see Victor being kind of like that guy. I think Victor more likely than some of the other like from the 7 or 8 people. He's at least, I could see him being like, oops, we left him on the cutting room floor. Like he was just about in. Or I could see him being like, well, we put him in at number 14 because we need to rep 8. We have to put Tekken 8 characters in.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, so let's just go to the next character, Reina, also introduced in 8.
Gotta be in.
She's that character for me.
Yeah, it's like she's gonna be.
Yeah.
If we're
I mean,
repping
yeah.
8, Reina is the guaranteed from 8 that gets in.
I think.
Like
she's
if
on
we're
a map.
cutting down, I don't remember if she's on a mat, but I think she is. I feel like she's basically just guaranteed to be in. And at that point, we have like 2 other characters. We have Victor and Azucena, and I'm like, I could see either one of them. Personally, I'd rather have Azucena over Victor. Azucena does a lot, just like it basically does very similar to what our next character does. But I want Reina in. I think Reina is cool, and I want to play. I want to see what Reina does if she's in, because I want to try and play her, unless she's just really, really bad.
Like, Ling Xiaoyu.
Ling Xiaoyu, my girl.
If you like a character,
But,
they're not going to be that great, apparently.
That's how it works for me, man. Like a lot of times, I'll be like, "Man, this character's really cool," and then it turns out
They're not
they're
in.
not.
Yeah,
They're not made to be cool in the game.
I could see Reina making it in. I would give her the same as like Victor. I'd say either one of them could make it over the other one. Reina probably on waifu factor makes it in over Victor.
She's also a Mishima.
But our next character,
Yes, our next character is guaranteed in. Eddie
Capoeira,
Gordo.
baby.
Capoeira.
Go
And Eddie is the only reason I think Azucena wouldn't make it in. They don't use the same kind of fighting style, but they very much share the same kind of like aesthetic of how they fight and do stuff. And Eddie's on the box. So
Oh, is he on the box?
yeah, he's
I
on
didn't
the,
even. I didn't know he was on the box. He's just like a legacy character within like, and I feel like capoeira
like
characters are kind of popular when it comes to like some of these fighter games.
yeah, he's always. I mean, he was just like hella cheap.
And he's a fucking cool character. So
Yeah, he's on the
But yeah,
box,
he's on the
just like
he's on the front
Nina,
part of the box
King, and Alyssa, and one other character.
that we haven't gotten to yet.
Yep.
But yeah, I think he's basically guaranteed in.
Which
So we
I'm
won't
in.
talk about him much. I mean, he'll probably care about kicks. He could be our zone switching character. And definitely I would be like, sure, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I could also see him doing. I think he's mostly about kicks. I don't think he has a lot of punches.
He does some.
yeah.
But yeah, he mostly does weird kick stuff. Following that is Lydia. I'm not going to lie, I don't really know anything about Lydia.
Same.
So I'm just going to kind of mentally assume she's probably newer.
she's from 7. She's one of the DLC characters from 7.
Sure, so she's a returning DLC character. I mean, probably not. That's basically where I'm at. I'm like, probably not.
I think she's cool. I would like to see her in. I think her fighting style is really cool, but I don't think she makes it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Post Lydia, after Lydia is Heihachi. He's the other guy on the box.
Yep.
He's in.
He's 100% in. Yeah, but he's the 5th guy on the box art. He's also on pack art. So like,
And he's in on a play map.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's on the playmat. Like,
so,
man's in.
Yeah, this man's got to be in. And if not, that is the weirdest way. Well, I mean, not weird, but like just crazy. It's like you have him on all this stuff, and he's not in the game. He's also a pretty iconic Tekken character, so he's not.
Yeah,
in.
he's like one of the iconic characters from Tekken.
Yeah, like Heihachi is
but yeah,
like
so-
is another character I know about. You know, we have all these other characters like whoever this guy is, but Eddie, I knew about Eddie. I sort of knew about Reina, and then Heihachi is like, yeah, I know this guy. He's like the guy.
He's so iconic a baddie for Tekken. They killed him in 7 and then went, oh shit. His DLC in 8. He's back.
He's back.
To
somehow.
be fair, we killed him in 7, and then we were like, hey, we're giving you guys Heihachi, but we're turning him into a cute anime waifu and naming him Reina because she does most of his original 7 style kit. That's why I'm like, maybe there's a world where she does, there's maybe a world where she didn't because of that, but she's like the 8 poster child. If I'm choosing one character that got introduced in 8 to be the representation of 8, it's probably Reina. A new Mishima has entered the stage. Following Heihachi is Anna. I think it's Anna, actually, maybe. I don't remember. Probably not.
I have no idea who this is. He looks like a baddie, though.
Like as in a bad
She
guy.
looks like a baddie. Wait, Clive?
Clive's not in.
Clive's
again,
in. I will fight you. He is in. He's in Tekken 8. He's in.
I did not, like I said, I did not make they're definitely not in the game portion of this tier list, but he's in that.
No. He's in. Even has his
moving
own
on.
stage.
Yeah, I skipped Clive for very obvious reasons. Yeah, I don't think Clive makes it. I don't think Anna makes it either. Following Anna is Fakamran. He's cool. I don't think he makes it in. If we were putting him in, I'd be like, well, why didn't we just put Feng in? Also, I wouldn't be surprised if he, depending on when this was all set up, I think Fakamran was coming out when they probably made their deal with getting the Tekken license. So,
I mean,
there's
I think
that
that
too.
could definitely be said for really the rest of these characters, right?
I think pretty much
Incorrect.
I think Fagamron on is pretty much where it's a question. Obviously, I know I have one more that I was going to talk about and then be like, and then the other two are basically guaranteed not to be in just because they're way too new.
Who are you talking about, buddy?
Armored King. Armored King is not in because we already have regular King. And also, I think he came out at the beginning of this year.
Would be funny if they just had an alt art for King and just made it Armor King.
Yeah, now if they wanted to do an alt art where it was just like the Armored King art, but it was still just King, I could see that. But yeah, I don't, as its own unique character, I do not think Armored King makes it. I also don't think Miyarizo or Kudomitsu makes it for the same reasons. Kudomitsu is cool, so that would have been fun, but we're probably not adding either of them. I doubt they were spoken about in any way. Kudomitsu just came out 3 weeks ago, I think, and a month ago. I doubt they even thought about her as a thing that they could put out.
I believe.
No, she didn't. Was she one of the earlier DLCs? Is she not?
No, she's the most recent DLC. Kudomitsu.
She's a legacy character. She's exactly
She is
who I would want to
She
see.
is a legacy character.
I would
and I think she's cool.
love to see her.
But she is a current, the most recent DLC, and most likely we were not told who future DLC characters would be.
That's why I think Clive's in the game.
No. But yeah, so right now we've got 15 characters in this list. 15, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we've put 15 in the, or I've put 15, I should say, in the in set or probably in the set category, which means one of them is wrong.
I mean, who do we have in that category?
For the probably, we have Lars, Brian, Raven, Steve, Dragonov, Lee, and Reina. That's who I put in there.
Put Reina in the probably, not in the same tier, and not in the 100% or almost 100% tier.
She could have been in the 100%. I am pretty sure she's in. I'm pretty sure she has a Matt or something,
Yeah, that's
but I
what I
couldn't
was
remember
thinking.
for sure.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just put her in probably.
So who's 15 in the top tier?
Oh, who are the guys in the top tier?
Yeah.
In Tekken 8, Kazuya, King, Jack 8, Nina, Horong, Yoshimitsu, Alyssa, Eddie, and Heihachi.
Bro, Raven's got to be in.
I part of me thinks that Steve could make it.
Yeah, I mean, I for the in Tekken 8 set, I basically had to have something in them, or like had seen them multiple times in previous stuff. Like most of them are on the box or have multiple pieces of like things coming out for them with it, like multiple mats, etc. I think the only ones that don't on here are Yoshimitsu and Kazuya. And if they weren't on stuff, I would be, or if they weren't on character cardboard, I'd be wildly surprised.
I mean, I don't have a whole lot of say in this because, again, I don't really know most of these characters. I am excited for the set, though, just because another fighting set is dope.
Yeah, for sure. I love fighting games. I'm glad to have this one be part of our game and go back to our roots. But I think that's all the time we have for today's podcast. Let us know down below who you think does or does not make it into the Tekken 8 set. We'll post the image that I've been working on that we've kind of been looking at in a link below so you guys can look at it. Might actually also be on the screen. Unsure yet. That depends on Andrew.
I'll think about it.
So you can let us know in the comments who you're excited to see, who you think deserves to be in the probably, who deserves to not be in the probablys. And while you're doing all that, you can hit the notification bell to follow. You can subscribe. You can like the video. All those nice algorithm things.
Would be nice for us, for sure.
For the Spotify listeners, I'm not sure how we get you the tier list image. That's for Andrew to figure out.
I unfortunately can't figure that out. Sorry, Spotify listeners.
You might have to come to our YouTube just to see the image. Maybe we could post it in a.
I think
comment or something.
we could probably link an image into the description of the episode. We could probably do that. I think that is possible.
That's workable, maybe. But yeah, make sure to rate the podcast there in Spotify. With that, I've been Brian. Watch me do a flip off this.
I've been Jake. Tekken 8's downloading.
Andrew, who eats ketchup on a hot dog?